Hey guys, welcome to Coven. My name is Taylor, and today I'm going over Santa's Milk and Cookies from Bath and Body Works. This is one of the most beautiful jars they have ever done, by far. Like, it's just stunning. So stunning, so vintage. Postcard, it's so cute. This translucent red. Special gift has this little stamp on the back that says, "Wishing you holidays that are merry and bright." So damn cute. Like, I don't need perfect packaging, but when it is perfect, it makes it even better. It's so stunning. And I wish the rest of the line were all new scents because it's like Crushed Candy Cane and Tree Farm, and I don't need those. I did grab the Let It Snow one. I'll be going over that soon. But this has like little ornaments, snowflakes, and what have you on here. Very cute lid as well. Like, this is gonna make such a good gift. But I think this one might be a little unsafe for gifting, to be honest. I'll get into that, but gosh, I can't remember if this was freaking zinc core or if these are just like medium-sized wicks, but they're a little bit thinner. Got some mushrooms on there, and this is fresh sugar cookies and a warm glass of milk sit by the fireplace on Christmas Eve. So I definitely figured this might end up being "Twas the Night Before Christmas," which was from a few years ago, and then originally it was called Hometown Sugar Cookies. And yes, definitely, it's definitely that scent for sure. I tried to freaking find my room spray of "Twas the Night Before Christmas" because I still have one. I've been holding on to it because I end up really liking that scent. Definitely it. I can't find it, but definitely it. Unmistakable, especially when you burn this guy. So this is going to be somewhat of a confusing review because I'm going to say that it's imperfect, but that I love it because I'm a weirdo. This scent is very lactonic, and it definitely has like a snickerdoodle type of vibe. There's not a ton of spice here. It is definitely cookie-like, but there is a lot of a milky note, and that milky note might lean sour to some. And I know Hometown Sugar Cookies was not actually very well received, and I'm surprised that they brought it back as "Twas the Night." I think it did a little bit better under that name, and for some reason I liked it more. So the history with that fragrance, I got Hometown Sugar Cookies from my neighbor who worked at BBW, who got it MOS, so she gave it to me for free because she hated it. I burnt it. Literally, we thought there was like an electric fire going on in my apartment because that candle was weird. It was weird, and I did not love that one. For some reason, when it came back as "Twas the Night," I did love it. I ended up loving it, and now it's so nostalgic when I smell this. But it changes when you burn it. Now, I lamped this first, and it stayed consistent to just like cookies and milk, simply. Not like scorched. It didn't get that on a lamp, but it gets that burning for sure. And like I smell it here, it's very roasty, and I don't dislike that smell, but like my nose is a little bit strange, I would say, compared to like the average person. I don't mind stuff like that, and for some reason I find that it gives it character, and it actually says "by the fireplace," so I find that note interesting that they said "by the fireplace," which tells me that they're trying to actually use the fact that it goes kind of scorched, and they're trying to work that into the marketing, which is interesting. Because Hometown Sugar Cookies was just labeled as like, I think a cookie, nutmeg, cinnamon. It said something like that. And then "Twas the Night" was just like Santa's cookies and a glass of milk, I believe. And now this one includes the fireplace, which really tells me that they know that this gets a little bit scorched, and it's not a bad thing, but I don't know if everyone's gonna like scorched milk. That's a little odd, but I love it. It's really like personal to me now, and just using "Twas the Night Before Christmas" and that gorgeous, like, this is stunning too. But yeah, that definitely one of my other favorites was "Twas the Night Before Christmas." If I can remember, I'll put a picture up of it, but it's so beautiful, luminary, stunning, with like Santa going through the sky with his sleigh. Beautiful. And I just remember burning that every day during the holidays when my brother was still with us, and he was like a freaking Christmas fanatic. Like, he must have been Santa's like elf in another life. Like, he was obsessed. He said Merry Christmas every day of the year. He was obsessed with Christmas. And when I smell this fragrance, it is like an emotional experience for me. Actually, I went to my parents' house and I happened to be going there, so I just said, okay, let me round up all my candles that I plan on reviewing soon and put them in their bedrooms because they have a large home with like a lot of extra bedrooms that are office sized, which are a lot smaller than my bedroom, and it's easy to get through quick and kind of get a ranking on how it performs. So I brought every candle and I put this in Richie's bedroom, my brother, and I just sat in there for a while and it threw very well. Threw very, very well. Filled it immensely, actually. Very good throw. And I just sat there and I was looking at his pictures of him when he was a baby. And I actually cried a little bit. It's an emotional fragrance for me. It just reminds me of that last Christmas with him. So this is a touching fragrance, and admittedly, maybe I like it more because of the emotional attachment to it. But when I smell it, I think of him. So this is something that I really have no idea if they'll ever bring it back again. Are they going to bring it back under another name again or what? But I think I'm probably going to get a backup of this one that I'll keep in, pristine condition. I know I'm rambling, but yeah, so I burnt this and it performed very well. This was good on a lamp. Actually, I would say it was probably just as strong burning as it was lamping, which isn't the usual experience. It's usually a little bit stronger on the lamp, but this was very nice burning. Very, very nice. Very, very strong in like an office size bedroom. So I took it back to my house, burnt it here, and still very good. Yeah, you smell it within a few minutes. It is a nice performer. And yeah, I got nothing but good things to say about it, honestly. I mean, it has that lactonic note, and then it has that scorched thing that I know are not going to be for everybody. So definitely smell this one first, I would say. And there's been a lot of lactonic notes lately. So, like, if you don't like the cereal milk candle, I would say this is one that you potentially might not like as well. And same with the cinnamon pretzel sugar cookie. Those two have, like bear a resemblance to this candle. And if you don't like hometown sugar cookies or 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, definitely don't get it because, yeah, for sure is a repackage of that. But I hope that this review helps somebody out and you kind of understand what I'm saying here, that it's not technically a perfect fragrance, but it is to me. It's just a personal attachment that I have to it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'd love to know what you think of this fragrance, if you have smelled it or the last iterations. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Blessed be.